So, Itachi versus Jiraiya. This is a fight that causes a lot of arguments in the anime community, and truthfully, it's one of the fights that I wish I would have got to see. So that's going to be today's anime trivia. Let me know in the comments who do you think would win out of Itachi versus Jiraiya, and also let me know some other Shinobi verses that you want to see, and do your best not to recommend Itachi again because we already got a few of them with him. But if this is something you think you might be interested in, stay tuned to the end of the video. If you've been here before and you haven't already, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those nice things. And I did the raffle, so I'm going to be announcing the winner in today's video. But let's go and get to this content.
Is to lay out your own domain. When you do say that was the best you can do, Austin. Iki ga kusei.
So first off, gotta give a big shout out to my man WeebCrusader. Congratulations for winning the raffle, and you'll be getting the Tanjiro eating the rice ball figurine. And also shout out to Kid Mike for actually participating. Also, you'll be getting a gift card, so you know, first and second place. But when we get into this breakdown, first we're gonna talk about Itachi. So, you know, backstory. Of course, he's responsible for the near extension of the Uchiha clan. He's Tobirama's favorite Uchiha. We know that. He awakened his Sharingan at the age of 8, became a Chunin at the age of 10, joined the Anbu at the age of 11, and he awakened his Mangekyo at the age of 12 once he saw his best friend Shisui commit suicide. And also, because of his illness in the anime, he was only able to use his Mangekyo about 3 times a day before he got sick. And then also, he excelled in nearly every aspect as a ninja. So when we talk about some jutsus and some of the things that Itachi can do, one thing is we all know, of course, he has the partial Susanoo. So his isn't similar to Madara's, whereas Madara has the full Susanoo, but Itachi still has the Yata blade. Well, he has the Yata mirror and the Totsuka blade. Also, of course, he's an Uchiha, so he has ninja tool proficiency. He's good with shuriken jutsu, fire, and also, you know, coating his shuriken with his chakra nature. Of course, his summonings, he uses the crow summonings. He can also implant genjutsu into these summonings, and there's a lot of things that he can do with his crows. As far as Fujutsu, we know that he has sealing techniques because he was able to seal a genjutsu in his crow to wake him up from the reanimation jutsu whenever it was in the war arc during Naruto. And as far as the chakra natures, we know that he has fire, wind, water, yin, and yang release. Of course, he has jutsus like the Great Fireball Jutsu. He also has water techniques. Of course, we know that Itachi is known for his genjutsu like the Tsukuyomi, Izanami, and the Izanagi. And then, of course, he also is known for his eternal flames that never go out, the Amaterasu. So, we move over to Jiraiya, aka the Pervy Sage. As far as his backstory, he was part of Team Hiruzen, trained with Tsunade and Orochimaru, and he became a part of the legendary 3 Sannin, which was given to him by Hanzo when he spared them during the Great War. He trained on Mount Miyaboku, and he was also the teacher of Minato, Namikaze, and Nagato, Konan, and Yahiko. And of course, he's the writer of one of the greatest books known to man. My man Kakashi still reads it to this day. He was offered Hokage 3 times and rejected it because, you know, my man Jiraiya just liked to live his own life. Nicknamed the Pervy Sage, and in the show, Sage Mode was impossible for him without Ma and Pa's help. So as far as some abilities, if you watch my Kojin Kashin video, then you know that he's pretty similar to Jiraiya, you know, because Jiraiya was a clone after him. So we have the transparent escape technique. He also has summoning Toad. Of course, he has the Rasengan. He passed it on to Minato and Naruto. He has the Toad mouth trap and Toad strength for when he's in his Sage Jutsu. Of course, he has Fujutsu, so he can use sealing techniques whenever he was able to loosen and tighten the seal on Naruto for the Nine-Tailed Fox. And as far as chakra natures, we know that he has Earth, Fire, Wind, Yin, and Yang. And of course, we know he can use Sage Mode, Toad Binding Duet Genjutsu, Wild Lion Mane technique, and also Toad Oil Bullet. Jiraiya all around was he was actually just a pretty amazing shinobi, and he just lived his life how he wanted to, and he's one of my favorite characters. So some invalid arguments that we run into that we got to get rid of before we even get into the verdict. people say that Itachi was stronger than Orochimaru, so of course Itachi is stronger than Jiraiya because Jiraiya wasn't stronger than Orochimaru, whatever they want to say. We have to realize that matchups are different in Naruto. I truthfully believe that Naruto would not have defeated Deidara in the beginning of the anime because he didn't have any projectile jutsu. If Kakashi wasn't there to help him fight, I believe Deidara would have taken down Naruto and captured him unless Kurama came to save him. And then also another argument is that Itachi ran from Jiraiya in the manga whenever Itachi came to try to take Naruto from the village. But we gotta realize Itachi probably had an ulterior motive and he was truly coming to see Sasuke. So these are some things that we gotta eliminate and can't get caught up on. So some key points in this fight that I think is, I wonder what is the effectiveness of Jiraiya's Rasengan versus Itachi's Susanoo, especially since he has the Yata mirror. But we did see Jigen Kung Fu kick right through Sasuke's Susanoo. So it's very possible that it could break. And I'm also curious about Ma and Pa's effect on keeping Jiraiya out of Genjutsu and also being able to put Itachi under Genjutsu, since we know he's the master of this and Jiraiya is weak when it comes to the Genjutsu area of things. But another thing also, I wonder who has more durability. Since the sickness wouldn't be into play and Jiraiya would be able to use Sage Mode pretty much as much as he want, who would last longer when it comes to durability in this fight? So, when we get into the final verdict, even though Jiraiya is one of my favorite characters, unfortunately, I think Itachi wins this, and it's just because Itachi was just written as just too overpowered of a character, and he has just too much Genjutsu. There's just too much to deal with. There's Tsukuyomi, Izanage. How do you deal with all this when you're Jiraiya? And truthfully, it doesn't mean that Jiraiya is weak. I mean, Jiraiya lost to Pain, and truthfully, Naruto would not have even beat Pain if it wasn't for Kurama helping him out. Truthfully, I believe that nobody really would have defeated Pain, including Itachi, but we'll talk about that in another episode. But I believe Itachi wins this fight, and it's just because of the Genjutsu. This is really a key factor when it comes to these things. But if this fight is dragged out, Jiraiya could possibly try to find a way to take a win. So for Itachi, he's going to be a healer type. His clothing skills are going to be Power and Spades, Out of Thin Air, and also Renewed Focus. Out of Thin Air because, you know, my man Itachi was always so hard to hit, so of course he's going to be subbing it out of everywhere. Power and Spades because this man had some of the strongest jutsu in the show. And then of course Renewed Focus because this man just breaks through guards. And as far as for the things he's going to be using, for his weapon we're going to be utilizing the Itachi Ambu Blade. For his ninja tool it's going to be the Paper Bomb Kunai. And then also we're going to be utilizing Tsukuyomi, Yasuka Beats, Shadow Clone Explosion, and Izanami, which is, you know, pretty much the basic reanimated Itachi DLC, but the clothing skills and the look of him is going to be the Akatsuki version. So for Jiraiya, of course he's going to be a defense type. His clothing skills are going to be Reckless Charge, In a Flash, and Unbending Will, because you know my man Jiraiya has the will of a lion, man. He didn't give up in that fight versus Pain. And Reckless Charge, I mean, he's pretty quick when he's in his Toad mode, and we are using the Toad mode. For as far as for his jutsus, we're going to be utilizing Toad Oil Bomb and Dragon Flame Bomb because we know that he could use both of these jutsus. His Sand Clone is what we're going to be using as a substitution because it's pretty close to like a Mud Clone, which I believe Jiraiya would use. And then since there's not many Rasengans, we're going to be utilizing the Rasengan tool, the Adamantium Staff, and also the Rasengan Unison from the Kawaki DLC. But let me know in the comments what you think about the gameplay, and let's go ahead and hop into it.
The people voted for it. They wanted it. They wanted it.
Where we at? Where's Itachi go? Ah!
I should have did that.
Ooh. Come on now, what you doing, Sarda?
Be all.
You helping your uncle?
Oh, no, he didn't.
Ah. Woo-wee.
Oh yeah, that's kind of. Hey, this kind of methodical deal, man.
There we go.
Oh, that burn damage. That burn damage gonna get.
Ah! We almost had it with the fireball. Are you still burning? Dang. How long the burn last?
They booked it.
Ooh, you almost hit me with that Tsukuyomi. I'm Naruto's mentor. I can't I can't lose to his rival. His rival's brother.
Oh, how you break my guard and I didn't something like that.
Wee. Paper bomb. Ah, he got me right when I got up. Come on. Get me out of there. Got him.
Oh, he out of there. Oh, yeah, he out of there.
That ult don't do a whole lot of damage though. Oh man, you almost got me out of there with that paper bomb. Oh, okay, that's smart. Got it. Ooh, broke that. Nani? That hard. Got Jiraiya on the ground. Man, made Jiraiya drop down to a knee. Back up. Man, those clones are annoying.
Hey, for real. They really is. No, I gotta stay alive. I waited.
You used the ult?
Yeah. I'm trying to stay alive for the second half.
Come on, Gara. Gara got in the way of my fireball. That's it. That clone blow me up. Ooh wee.
Nope.
Ah, did I die? Oh. He hit me. He hit me right when I came with the fire.
But they nerfed the damage on it.
Come on now, burn damage, come in.
Oh yeah.
Let me get pieced up on.
Oh yeah, Jiraiya definitely got this. He's like a defense, but he's playing like a range.
I'm gonna have to start using some of these jutsus. I didn't know the flame bomb was just like this. I mean, I thought they had nerfed it back down for a second, I thought.
Oh, they didn't get you. But that was perfect timing.
Ah, they got me. That clone. Ah, come on, Eno. I got you. Come on, no. Come on, man. Come on, Eno.
Yeah, she messed it up. Nah.
I'm gonna die. Where you know at? So I'm gonna start this over. Got to get this last one. Come on, Eno. Where you at? Okay, there you go. Ah, that clone got me.